Hi there, this is Shauna from the Foil Fox, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I am here to introduce something brand new to our website. We're really excited about it. It's called Moda Scrap. They have some wonderful stamps and dies and other items that go so nicely together, and how you can make some great projects. I didn't know quite where to start, so I decided to start with the paper. These are what they call covering papers, and they are in a roll, so you can use them. They're bigger pieces, so you can use them for books and albums and anything, cards. And then I have these 5 sets of pattern paper. These are 6 by 6, and they're one-sided. And they're just really charming patterned paper in each of these collections. And you'll see I will use them in a few projects later on in this video. Now let's jump into just the other items that we have. This is BFF. It is a great sentiment set. And then Hug Me. That is a sentiment set. Then the Happy Flowers, which is where all these flowers are coming from. Spring Greenery, which has great foliage you can use year-round. And then this is the ticket set, and this makes a large ticket or a small ticket. You can make the tickets in a roll, and you have these wonderful stamps that accent that. This is Wicker Basket. These makes a great basket, and you can use it in a variety of ways. This is Flower Pottery, where you can make the little pot. It comes together so quickly. And then the hanging tags. And this is Spring Basket, and you'll see the projects that I made with this one, which are a lot of fun. And then these are the foundationals, which are the rectangle. These create these wonderful borders, either in hearts or ovals. The circles are the same, and the squares. And then the final item is the rub-ons. These are the glue-on, and you can rub them on, and they're sticky, so you can use foil and glitter and anything else that you can think of. So I'm going to jump in with just a few projects just to kind of wet your whistle. This one I used Happy Flowers, Creative Rectangles, and Make-A-Wish rub-ons. And then I'll give you just a little bit of a close-up right now of these of how that was done. I used that rectangles, that border. I think that is just so charming. That border is so sweet. And then the flowers and the rub-ons there. And just to show you these flowers again, because they're fabulous. You'll see these over and over again because I love them so much. I also love these. These are just great things to have in your stash. And then the rub-ons work out so nicely too to create your sentiment. It's an easy way to get a really nice sentiment. And then I'm going to just show you this quick with the creative circles, squares, and rectangles. It's just a couple of different projects that I had that I used them. That just gives you kind of a little bit to wet your whistle with. And then there are this next project. This is done by Moda Scrap. You can really see these borders and how they use them. And I think there's some really charming and very elegant cards that they made using them. Then next up I have this. I'm just going to show you really quick. This is where I use the Happy Flowers again. Just made a card with this great display of the flowers. Just a lot of fun. Really enjoyed making this card. And then we'll move on to the next project, which is this is actually not a project. This is hanging tags, just to show you it makes a big tag, the 4 tags that it makes, 3 the same type of tag, and then one that's kind of an ID bracelet kind of tag where you can thread the ribbon through. But they have a wonderful border around them. You can decorate them in so many ways. You can use them in so many ways. This just gives you, this Moda Scrap did this one, just gives you another sampling of how you can use these tags. But they're great foundational things to use. Again, great to have in your stash. And very cute. You can see where the rub-ons, if you look at that little girl, see where the rub-ons were used on that photo is another way you can use them. And then I'm going to go on to these this flower pottery where I use the spring greenery and the happy flowers to create such a nice display of this little flower pot, which I think is so cute. Now you can use this flower pot for lots of different things, but I thought I would show you the way it looks with the flowers in it. And that I just used a little bit of wire and some florist tape and wrapped it around. And I thought this would be so cute for Mother's Day or for a luncheon or for any event. You can also just take that flower pot and just fill it with candies. You don't have to put flowers in it. You can also make, little floral, like a little hanging basket with it. Put a little macrame around it and have it hang. Here is a potted plant where there's another way that you can use it. Moda Scrap made this one. They put it in an explosion box, which is an idea, but you could just give this little potted plant to give it to a coworker or just have a lot of fun with it. The showers, there's just so many different ways that you can give this. It would be great for teachers' appreciation. I can just think of a dozen different ways that you can use this. It's just a very cute way to do it. Then here I use the creative tickets where I made this little folder using the creative tickets, the happy flowers, and the creative circles. And that came together very nicely. These tickets are designed so you can write on them and you can use them for if you're rewarding, a child or like here, I use these little small tickets. I used them at Easter time to go in the Easter eggs, but a great way you can also put a little note with this little ticket in somebody's lunch or give one to your loved one, little sweet nothings. There's just a lot of fun ways that you can do that. But this also will make a roll of tickets, which is a lot of fun. You can see how I just made a little pouch in there. And this is actually going to be given as a really nice Mother's Day gift from my little granddaughter is giving it to her mom. And I used that circle for the front of it and then of course the flowers, but it just made such a cute gift. And she's going to mark in there like, one of the tickets would be to empty the dishwasher or go for a walk with her or make her favorite coffee. It's just a nice way to reward someone. You can use I use the rub-ons here with the gold foil. Doesn't that look nice with it? It's a beautiful way to complete that. Here, Moda Scrap used them. Here you see how they use the single tickets. It's a great idea also. That is just really cute. The sky's the limit on how you can use these tickets. You think at first you think, well, how could I use them? Well, you'll find out. There's a million different ways. Here they used it. This is Moda Scrap also. They used a card and that used the big ticket, and then it gives them, you can read there. I think it says breakfast in bed. So that's what it entitles them to. I think that's great. And then we're going to move on now to the spring basket where I used happy flowers again in the spring greenery. And then I used the Grow with Love paper pack. And you can see I used that little kind of checker plaid, and you'll see it on the sides. I used this as the spring basket. This is one way to use it. I have a little twig wreath there and the flowers. And you can see here I used a coordinating paper from the paper pack. And then this, I use the greenery and the flowers, of course. I made a bunch of flowers and leaves, and I used them for all sorts of projects. It was great fun, and it was easy to do. I just had a little pile of them, and I just went crazy with them. And then I'll show you what it's like inside. Just creates this little box. But there are tons of other ways that you can use this too. This is just one of the ways that you can use it. It has this little little box in there. I'm actually going to use this for a little gift. And then you can just tie that back up. The other thing you can do, and again, you can use this in lots of different ways, is that I use the Save the Bees paper for this, and it's really cute and cheery paper. And I put in a little jar of honey. We happen to have our own beehive, so we have our own honey. But even if you don't, if you make jams or anything, you can put little candies in there. Great for, a shower, a baby shower, or just going for a housewarming, or just want to give it to a friend because you want to say hello and have them have a little sweet treat for the day. It works out so nicely. Now this is the wicker basket. These I did not have a chance to do this project, but there's so many ways you can use it. This is just an example. This is done on the website of, I think it's Creacons. It's an Italian company. I will link to it down below so you can click there so you can see the whole project. But here is a little bit more close-ups. You can also see on the left, see how you can make this little wicker, you can make this little basket into a little picnic basket. There, or you can put flowers in it. There's so many ways you can use this, again, to use these dimensional. It's just a really fun thing you can use. Now here is an overview of most of the projects, not all of them, but and just give you kind of a close-up again before we end this. Remember, this is all Moda Scrap, and you can pop over to our website. There's a link down below. And just click there, it'll take you there, and you'll see all the products there. And you will see in the coming days some more projects as well. We're really excited about this company. It's a lot of fun and it's a little bit different. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and that you will give them a try. And I want to thank you again for being with us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye.